Good morning, friends. Let us learn the basics of smart cards. Okay. In our previous class, we discussed about smart cards, like the history of smart card. We discovered how a smart card was originated. So in this class, let us talk about the basics, what a smart card is, etc. At the very outset, I would want you to know that smart card is ubiquitous. It is appearing everywhere. None of you cannot claim that you are free of smart cards. All of you are using smart cards. So the nature of the modern world is such that we all are using smart cards. In a way, we are being surveilled in a way we are in a surveillance because of smart cards. How is it? And what is it? These are the things that we are going to cover in this class. The basics of smart cards. So the contents would be meaning of smart card, what a smart card is, and how does a smart card work, and what are the applications of a smart card. So with that, we start what a smart card is. Smart cards are integrated chip-based devices which are in the form of cards. Okay. So any smart card for that matter look like a card, and you can use that device to store data, exchange as well as to manipulate data. So it can help in storing any kind of data, and the data can be exchanged as well as manipulated. I would give you an easy example of, let us say, your driving licenses. If some of you, I hope some of you do have driving licenses. Your driving licenses are smart cards. If you take out your driving license, then you would see that in your driving license, somewhere you would find that there is a small square which is gold plated, and that gold plated square, inside that you have the chip, and in that chip particularly the data is stored, exchanged, as well as the data can be manipulated in the sense that the data can be changed, data can be exchanged as well. This is about a smart card. What's more interesting is that driving license is actually a very remote example. You might remember me telling you at the beginning of this class that each of you do use a smart card, and smart card has become so integral to your life. So there are examples which are even more closer to us than smart cards, and regarding that we will learn in one of our upcoming slides. How does a smart card work? Here I would introduce another example of a smart card which might give you a better idea. Okay, this smart card, I believe most people do have, and I think most of you do have this smart card rather than the first one that I've discussed. I am telling this to you while I withhold one more example of a smart card which I will bring at the end, which I am pretty sure all of you are using. But right now I would bring a different example of a smart card which most of you, I am pretty sure by now, are using. Do all of you have an ATM card? Yes. This ATM cum debit card that you are using is a smart card. You can kindly check out your ATM card which is in your pocket or wallet, just take that out and you can see that in your smart card, in your ATM card, there are a number of features. It has a pretty big 16-digit number, then the security code, expiry date, and hologram, etc. With all that, the card also has what is called as a gold plated coating. You can see that. Okay, and inside that gold plated coating, there is that chip. Okay, that chip is called integrated circuit chip. So that IC chip is inside the gold plated coating. Now, whenever you go to an ATM in order to withdraw some money, I'm pretty sure that you have experienced this. Whenever you have gone to an ATM, you would have to insert your card into the ATM. And I hope you guys have observed these days, the ATM machine do not give you the card back. So once you have put it, your entire transaction would be over and then only you can get the card back. Am I right? Earlier cards were not like this, but these cards are like that. You have to put it. So once you insert the card, the machine takes the card and it reads it, and then you can withdraw the money. After that, you take the card out. So how does a smart card work? The answer to this question is same as how does an ATM card work. You go to the ATM, right? Well, then you insert it into the machine, and as you insert it into the machine, you can see that the machine reads the data. How does it get the data? It reads the data because the data is stored in the chip. So as you put the card into the machine, it reads the chip which is located under the gold plated coating. So in an ATM machine, you would have the card reader, the whole system, you know. It reads the data as to how much balance you have, etc. And afterwards it allows you to withdraw money or make a transfer or whatever you want to do with that card. So how does it work? Very simple. The ATM machine reads the data which is in your integrated circuit chip. So yeah, how does it read it? That's the next question. It reads it because the card reader which is there in the ATM machine, it makes electrical contact with the gold plated coating. It makes electrical contact because you know the gold plated coating is there on the card, right? Because you know any metal basically metals react with the card reader, right? So that makes an electric contact with the gold plated coating, and as such the card reader is able to deduct the data which is there in the chip. So it extracts the data. So now the whole system, the ATM machine would be able to understand your balance, the money you have in your bank account, etc. So once it knows that, you know, okay, this is the data in your ATM card, and then you would be able to do further transactions. Okay, so with this we are coming to the end of this discussion. So I told you right at the beginning of this that there is one smart card which all of you have. So this is called as the SIM card. I'm pretty sure that all of you have a mobile phone, right? Yeah, this subscriber identification module card or SIM card is a smart card. You can take out your SIM card and see that there is a gold plated coating in your SIM card. Isn't it there? There is a gold plated coating in your SIM card, and that is how your SIM is able to store data. You can save some of your contacts to the SIM card. So that is possible because it is able to store data. Okay, it can exchange information in the sense that, you know, you can transfer data, right? So similarly, the data can be altered. You can delete a contact and you can insert another contact, etc. So this is one. Then direct to home satellite TV connections. If you have a cable connection these days, you know that satellite, I'm sorry, if you have a TV connection at your home, then it is imperative that you should also have a set-top box, and these set-top box are read using a card. So these cards are also smart cards. Similarly, if there is, say for example, a very secret facility, let us say that a government facility, like a top secret nuclear facility or something, okay, where only a few people can get access, or a corporate company which wants to give access to certain important project only to a few people. In such cases, these smart cards can be used. Only those who would insert a smart card can enter into the room, etc. To make it very simple, actually, there are ATMs. Once you lock the ATM from inside, then you can actually come out of the ATM only after putting your card into the space provided there in the door, right? You insert it somewhere in the door, and then only you can come out. So such ATMs, I hope you have seen. So because based on smart card, the access is given to a particular place, etc. These things is also there in certain top end hotels. If you get a room in some 5-star hotels, for example, it is possible that you are given a card, you just insert the card, and then only you can enter into the room. So in case you miss a card, then there is possibility that you are going to lock yourself out of the room. So this can happen. Some of you might have watched MS Dhoni Untold Story movie. There, it happens in an instant where the hero, when he somehow locks himself out of the room, and then he gets the help of the receptionist in order to get into the room. Hope you have seen the scene. So this, to give access someone to something, this smart card can be used. Then driver's license, you can check your driver's license. So there is a gold plated coating, and a IC chip that you can find it there. So modern day driver's license are smart cards. So these cards can be read. Okay. They can be read by a machine. You can read it using a computer or any card reading device. Similarly, vehicle registration papers used to be manual earlier, but these days the RC, vehicles RC is nothing but a smart card. Similarly, your debit cards, credit cards, initially we used to have magnetic stripe cards, okay? The chip wasn't there. I hope you remember those days. You would just swipe a card and take it out, and then you can make the transactions. It was a little faster. I hope you remember that. You would just swipe a card, that is to say, you put in the card and you immediately take it out, that's it, and then you would go do the transactions. But these days the machine tells you that please insert the card and make sure that the card is there in the machine till the transaction is over. Card is not given to you unless the transaction is complete, because these modern day cards are called smart cards. These are EMV chip based cards. Here the EMV chip, EMV is a standard, and Europay, MasterCard and Visa, these are the three companies, okay? Card networking systems they are. So they have made this protocol of using smart cards. So because of that, these days, modern days, even debit and credit cards are also smart cards. I hope this has happened to you. A few months back, your bank told you to go to your bank and exchange your cards, right? Or they have sent you the new cards, because old magnetic stripe based cards are not working in the country anymore now. Because of security reasons, those cards have been replaced by smart cards such as debit cards and credit cards. I hope you have understood the class. So have a nice time. Let us see you with the next class.